I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either.
It has been 24 hours since Donald Trump delivered that tirade, and his words are still drawing widespread condemnation. People from all walks of life are sounding off about the president's claim that both sides are to blame for a deadly, racially infused confrontation in Virginia.
I think it is important for all those in positions of responsibility to condemn far-right views wherever we hear them.
And I think it showed what was in his heart, and that is the hatred and bigotry that these people brought to the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I feel like I can say this with reasonable certainty. The president is completely unhinged. The wheels are off the wagon and hurtling towards the moon right now.
It's not about the guy that's the so-called president of the United States or whatever case. It's not about a teacher that you don't feel like caring about what's going on with you every day. It's not about people that you just don't feel like that's want to give the best energy and effort to you. It's about us. It's about us looking in the mirror.
Trump was speaking about the ugly scene that played out Saturday in Charlottesville, Virginia, where white nationalists clashed with counter-protesters. One person was killed and 19 others injured when a man allegedly plowed his car into the crowds. Trump does have one man in his corner, the vice president.
What happened in Charlottesville was a tragedy. And the president has been clear on this tragedy, and so have I. I spoke at length about this heartbreaking situation on Sunday night in Columbia. And I stand with the president, and I stand by those words.
Several members of Trump's business advisory councils have resigned in the wake of the president's response to the Charlottesville events. Today, Trump said he has decided to disband the groups.
Amazing grace. Meanwhile, a public memorial service was held for Heather Hare, the 32-year-old woman who was killed during the clashes in Virginia. The service featured a powerful speech from Heather's mom calling for action.
If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. And I want you to pay attention, find what's wrong, don't ignore it, don't look the other way. You make a point to look at it and say to yourself, what can I do to make a difference? And that's how you're going to make my child's death worthwhile. I'd rather have my child, but by golly, if I got to give her up, we're going to make it count. We don't all have to die. We don't all have to sacrifice our lives. They tried to kill my child to shut her up. Well, guess what? You just magnified her.
And the 20-year-old man who allegedly drove his car into the crowd in Charlottesville is being held without bail. He faces several charges, including second-degree murder.